Hi, my name is Morgan, and 3 weeks ago, I decided I was going to pay for Shoshi's course. My belief is in order to have a course, you must have course content and course work. However, over the last 16 days, I have not really received very much coursework or course content for that matter. Shoshi started promoting her course, I believe in the first or second week of May, and at first I was not sold. However, she got me a little bit with the pity marketing. She explained that she had a course before, which I can't think of the name of right now, but she had a course before that no one signed up for. And she claims that she had hundreds of videos in this course and that she worked extremely hard building it up and no one bought it. And I was like, man, that really sucks, especially because I actually really enjoy Shoshi's content. Shoshi also claimed that even if just one person signed up, that it would be full steam ahead and that she would do the course. I decided that I would pay the 97 euro or the 112-ish USD. I wanted to see what she was selling, what she was claiming. I wanted to invest in her. Before I get further into this video, I just want to say this all started from a place of love and appreciation for Shoshi's content. I genuinely enjoy her content. I just found out today, actually, that she supports Charlie Kirk, so that's not something that I jive with her with, and there's probably other things that I also don't agree with her on. Shoshi's not a perfect person, but over these last 6 months or so, I have, like I said, really enjoyed her content. I like her fashion photo shoots. I like what she talks about when it comes to manifesting. I like what she talks about when it comes to money. And I was just interested to see what she was selling. This didn't start out as a gotcha or anything like that. And this video is not coming from a place of hate or even dislike of Shoshi at all. I just want to tell you guys about my experience and what I received for my 112 USD. During the course of this video, I may say things that may come off as a little bit hurtful to Shoshi. I promise you, this video is not coming from a place of hate. I want Shoshi to succeed. This course was not a success, in my opinion. Has it only been 2 weeks? Yes. However, when it comes to her new standard, which is the course name, there really is nothing that she's selling to me so far. And I believe that she came into this thinking that no one was going to sign up, and so she didn't prepare. And because of that, I received close to nothing. From what I understood, which is not a lot because there's almost no information out there about this course, I was going to receive a weekly video and a daily or almost daily voice note and daily discussion posts. Now, I am the only person that signed up for this course. There is no community that is in there with me. It's just me and Shoshi. I was not paying for her to coach me. If I was paying for her to coach me, I would understand why she didn't have anything prepared necessarily. Because if I was coming in expecting one-on-one with me and Shoshi, I would understand why she would stop posting because I wasn't interacting anymore, right? You can't coach someone who is not interacting with you. However, I paid for a course, or what I thought was a course, not necessarily coaching. So just because I am not participating, or I'm not participating at the pace in which you think I should, does not mean the coursework or the course itself should just stop. Does that make sense? But maybe I misunderstood, and maybe Shoshi can clear that up. I don't know. At the end of the day, there's a lot of mystery around Shoshi and both of her courses. The first one, no one can speak to because no one signed up for it. However, I decided to pay for the course and see what she had to offer, and honestly, I didn't get very much. I actually am not going to say anything else in this intro. We just need to get into the video. I feel like I've been talking for way too long, so we're gonna start the video now, and then at the end I'll give you all my thoughts and what I think would make this better and what I think that she should do and how I think that she failed. Today is Monday, May 18th. I decided a few days ago that I was going to sign up for Shoshi's course or whatever it is. I wasn't totally sure what she was selling, but I know she tried to do this once before and nobody signed up. And honestly, my interest was piqued. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what she has to offer, especially for 97 euros, aka 115 USD. For how long? I don't know. Is this a month by month thing? If I have to pay again, I'm not doing it. I am the first and only person who is paying for her course called Her New Standard. Let me take my hair down. I look crazy as hell. I'm gonna put some screenshots up showing proof. I am the only person in this group. It's just me. And I'm also gonna show you my boxer. So here's the tea. Here's what Shoshi wants. She wants me to be tapped into her space and also post in her space every day or as much as possible. She kind of was blowing my messages up earlier, and I listened to them, and she's basically telling me that once I start participating, then she'll be able to do her job properly. It was kind of irritating me because I kept getting notifications that she was like talking in the Boxer app. Here is everything that I've received from Shoshi so far. I'm gonna play you everything. The first message says that she switched on admin control for the chat. Then she named the chat her new standard. Fine. And then she started talking.
This is the very first voice note for her new standard, so I apologize if it doesn't go perfectly. Wait, I'm just going to send this as a test. Bear with me. That seems fine. So welcome to her new standard, and this is week 1, and this week we're going to be focusing on facing yourself. And what I really want us to do today is, again, it's going to be really small things every single day, so you don't need to be overwhelmed. Today, I want you to just look at your life, and I want you to ask yourself what stands out. What stands out about your life? The good things, the bad things, but even just one thing that stands out specifically. And I want you to ask yourself, what is it in your life that you most want to change? It could be something really small. It could be, it might be work. It could be something that you want to change, but you don't know how. Also, bear in mind that it doesn't have to be something concrete. It could be a feeling. It could be a feeling that you have about your life now that isn't how you really want to feel about it. And I just want you to name it, and I want you to describe it. And for style, I just want you to open your wardrobe and face it. Today, we're not going to worry about doing anything. We're not going to worry about actually changing anything. I just want you to open those doors and just look at what you see. Do you see too much? Do you see too little? Is it too messy? And just be honest with yourself about what it is that you see and how you feel about it. This is just a quick reminder.
Obviously, we have a time difference. I am in the USA on the East Coast. She is in Ireland, I think. So all of these messages were sent at like, this one was sent at 4:30 in the morning, and this one was sent at 5:30 in the morning. All of these were sent at like 5:30. Then the next 6 voice notes were sent at around 12:30. Now, I don't have a regular job. I do social media, and I'm about to start going to school full time. But if I did have a regular job, these next voice notes would have really irritated me. I mean, they irritated me anyways because like, hey girl, I have a life too. I'm not just focused on your course, and I know that her whole life is her course right now, but let's calm down a little bit. I am the only person in the course, so don't rush me, girl, not too much, but I'll play those for you now.
This is just a quick reminder that wherever you are now, it's okay. This is the week where you recognise where you are now and what you want to change. We have a new Podio thread. It's called, well, technically it's a topic. It's called Daily Discussions, and that's where we're going to get together so that we can talk. Every day we start a new conversation. So I would really love to get you in there so that I can hear from you, and especially with today's topic, it's really going to tell me what it is that you're looking for in your life to change, but also what you're really looking for from the program. It's a way of me finding out why you're here and what's most important to you. And I swear I'm going to get more natural at these voice notes. Also, when this gets going and when I start to hear back from you in the Podio community, in the daily discussions and the daily conversations that we're having in there, that's when things really get moving, because I'm going to have more to pick up and throw. It's going to be that way. It's going to be more of a 2-way conversation instead of a 1-way conversation.
Okay, I just got an email about my TikTok. Hold on, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on, guys. Wait, I'll be right back. I got a walking pad. I'm so happy and I'm so excited. Anyways, okay, so sorry, I got really excited about my package being delivered. So obviously I've gotten a little bit off track because I got really excited about my package, but I'm going to show you really quickly what the website looks like and just show proof that I am in fact the only person who has signed up for this course. And I'm also going to show you guys the very first video for this challenge. I'm not going to show you the first video that she sent yesterday just because it was a whole lot of nothing burger, to be honest. Yeah, let's just get into that. So here is what I see on the Podia. I am the only member, as you can see here. So it's just me and Shoshi. If I go to home, this is what I see. So these are all the posts. So she has her welcome video, her week 1 video, which I actually have not watched this yet, so maybe we can watch it together, as well as the discussion post. So this is the daily discussion post. It says, what do you want to change? What do you want to change most? And choose a word to describe your life right now and how you feel about it. Tell me whatever you feel comfortable with in the comments. And then this is the challenge for today. It says, open your wardrobe, just look at it and see where it is, no matter how messy or chaotic. So this is her wardrobe. It's an interesting vibe. Okay, anyways, those are the challenges for the first day. Is I need to tell her what I want to change about my life, and then I need to send in a photo of my whatchamacallit. Let's go ahead and watch this first video. How long is it? It's 1:45.
Week 1 is facing yourself. I didn't want to start the very first week with, there were so many things I could have started with, but I didn't want to start with something like, example, the fear of being seen or perceived, or how to choose peace in your everyday life. I felt that week 1 had to be something that opens it, that for you to change your life, it matters to start by facing the life that you have now. Manifestation will tell you to embody the version of yourself that you want to be, to embody that identity, and we are going to do all of that. But this week is about facing where it is that you are. In order to get to where you want to be, it's also important to start in a place of honesty, being honest about looking at your life and being honest about what it is that needs to change, what needs to be different, the habits that aren't working for you, the things you're doing that aren't bringing you joy. And it could be big things or small things. It could be a massive area of your life that you know needs to be different, or that you know you want it to be different but you don't know how to change it. Or it could be those small things, the small habits, the things that you know you're doing that just are not adding any value to your life. So this week we look at, where are you in your life right now? What needs to change? And where are you in your style? I might post this on Sunday so that you feel mentally prepared for it, and then Monday we start. So don't forget to go straight on Monday onto the Voxer, her new standard channel, and let's get moving.
I think this might be more interesting to me if it was more people, but since it is just me and Shoshi and I'm doing all the work and she's not sharing the things that she wants to change, and I guess she's kind of, in a way, trying to like sell me on almost like a lifestyle kind of a thing. That's how it feels, right? She's trying to teach me how to change my life. I just wonder if she is living at her max capacity. Actually, hold on. Here's the thing. I don't take advice from people who I don't want to be living like. And this is not a dig at Shoshi, but Shoshi is, I believe, in her 30s, living at home with her mom, which is okay. We all have things that happen in life where we end up in that situation. It could happen to me, but there are some differences, right? In the last year, Shoshi said that she was cold during the winter because she couldn't afford to buy new clothes. Shoshi also expressed that she couldn't buy new headphones. She couldn't even afford to buy new headphones. And now she's selling a course about living your best life. To me, that's just, there's like a disconnect there. So it's just kind of interesting. I think that this could be potentially a really cool concept if there were more people in the space. But it's just me and her. I'm supposed to be doing all the work, I guess. These are just my initial thoughts. Like, I'm supposed to be providing her all this information about where I'm at in my life so that she can give me advice, ? I don't really understand. So yeah, that's where I'm at mentally day 1. We got some boxers from Shoshi, so let's listen. Also, she hasn't posted anything new in the Podia, so I went ahead and posted a few things. In the what do you want to change section, I said I want to become more consistent with making social media content. It's my full-time job outside of going to school, and it's my main source of income, so being consistent in making and posting videos and getting into a routine is one of my biggest goals currently. And then I posted a picture of my closet. So let's get into this boxer. So the first thing she sent at 5:14 a.m. By the way, it's 12:51, which means it's 5 p.m. where she is, either in England or in Ireland. I think she's taking a trip right now. So she wrote, I will voice note as soon as I can. I'm just on a plane with loud music and noise. But Tuesday and today, I want you to name the biggest main thing in your life you want to be different. It can be one area of your life or something small, but specific. And seeing as we're still at the start of this, I'd love to know why you joined and the result you most want from it. You can share in the Podia community on message me there privately. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time reading that because it's not. Anyways, I want to make sure that as we get deeper into this, I'm tailoring it to you. With a sparkle emoji period. Okay, so here are the voice notes.
The fashion. So I know yesterday I said, look, open your wardrobe doors and ask yourself, like, what is the first thing that I notice? Again, is there too much in there? Is there too little? Is it overwhelming? Is it messy? But today I just wanted to get like that little bit more specific. So look at what's in there and ask yourself. It might be that you notice that there are a load of items on hangers. Are there a lot of items that have never been worn? Do you have items that are off the hangers? Sorry, not on hangers. What am I talking about? A lot of items are still with their tags on. So do you have items that haven't been worn at all? Items that you love that you don't wear? It could be that you have a lot of fast fashion in there, or maybe a lot of items that you look at and that just don't really feel special. It might not be a wardrobe problem at all. It might be that you look at your wardrobe and that it reveals something to you about your spending habits that you want to change, and that maybe that change actually matters even more than how the clothing looks and how the actual wardrobe itself looks. Your wardrobe is telling you something, basically, and you know, you can think about what your habits are and you can think about what you've been doing and you can think about, you know, the clothing that you wear the most, but it's so much more effective if you actually open your wardrobe doors and you look at it.
Okay, so for 2 days, the first 2 days, because today is May 19th, the first 2 days she wants me to look at my closet and think to myself, what is it telling me? This is definitely so far worth 115 USD. There is, like I said, no new posts. Yep. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Something I hadn't really considered is Shoshi probably will post something that I put into this group. And I think that's going to be really interesting because obviously she knows that nobody's signing up for this because nobody can see the value. So using my posts and my information that I'm giving her will show people that it's providing value. When in all reality, like I'm, I guess, using this as content as well. So I don't know. It's something interesting, and I low-key feel like an undercover agent because I haven't told her, hey, just so you know, like I'm making a video on this, because I feel like she would probably just refund me and be like, no thank you. I feel kind of like an op. But also the reality of it all is she's trying to sell something and a lot of people want to know, so here I am doing the work. Let's find out what's going on. So far, nothing. If anything else happens, I'll update tomorrow. Also, like I said, it's May 19th. I start school on the 27th. So hopefully those two things don't really clash. At the end of the day, my schooling is the most important thing to me, and this is just some side project. So I wish that I could send her a message back, but I cannot. You can only, well, I can only message her through Podia. So far, this has been irritating to me, and nothing more than that. Love it. Hey girls, so my life is absolutely chaotic right now. So if you hear a bunch of stuff in the background, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like finish cleaning up my apartment before my mom gets here because she just moved here. But anyways, how many fucking new messages do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new messages from Shoshi this morning. Here's the proof. She's already posted about what I told her in the group chat on her public TikTok, which I figured she would. But anyways, okay, here we go.
It's Wednesday and we are still this week working on facing your life, facing where you are. Routines have come up specifically. So what I want to ask you is for you to ask yourself these questions, and I want you to write it out and get really, really clear on it. Every detail of your day, and if that varies, then include that as well. So what time am I getting up? And again, does that vary from this time to this time? When is it different? What, and this is where we really get into the specifics. Sorry, when ask yourself, okay, if I get up at, let's say I get up at 7:30, this is what's happened the night before, or this is what I've done, that's absolutely enabled me to get up at 7:30. If I don't get up till 10, then what is it that caused me to not get up till 10? But firstly, let's just write it all out. So what time are you getting up? And again, what's that variation? What time are you starting work? How long are you working for? Especially for the people who are working obviously for themselves at home. When do you start work? When do you finish? Do you have periods where you work, like pockets where you work? And again, when do you start and when do you finish? So do you work for, let's say, 2 or 3 hours in the morning? What time do you start again in the afternoon? For fear of overwhelming anybody, let's just start with the small things. Let's start by just getting clear on exactly what the routine is. And then I'd like to know where it is that you're falling down. What parts of the routine are really working for you? And then what parts aren't? Where do you feel like the discipline and the consistency slips? I'm going to create a new chat for today in the Podia community. I would absolutely love you to answer whatever questions you feel comfortable in that chat so I can see what's happening, what's going on. We're still looking at what am I doing every day, and I want us to do that with style as well. So how am I dressing every day? What came up yesterday was dressing for, or wanting to dress for the body that you have rather than dressing for the body that you want. What pieces am I actively reaching for? Like the actual pieces. I'd love you to describe the items that you're wearing on a day-to-day basis. And how am I currently not dressing for the body that I have?
Daily discussions. This is what she put in here. Title, breaking down your routine. Where is your routine at now? Does it vary? What does it look like? What's working and what's not? With a little red heart. Then she put in the getting dressed space. What are you wearing every day? What pieces are you reaching for? I'd love to see them. What pieces are you reaching for that you wish you weren't reaching for? Laughing face emoji. And how are you not dressing for the body you have? Name what that looks like for you. Praying hands emoji. I'm gonna deal with this later because I have a lot of shit to do today. It's pretty basic stuff. Do I feel like so far it's worth 115 USD? Not really. Maybe we'll get there in the coming weeks. This is just day 3. Just day 3. Hey guys, it's been a few days. My parents literally just moved into town. My mom's been really sick, so she's been staying with me. And they also don't have AC, so they're staying with me. So I haven't really had time to like interact with Shoshi shit. And she really hasn't. I'm gonna try harder, but she did make a video about me, so I'll insert that here. I just saw it and it kind of fucking pissed me off, so.
I'm still trying to get her new standard off the ground. I have one person in it. It feels so counterintuitive to do this. It feels like, because pretty much every business coach that exists tells you, you shouldn't say, look, I only have one person in this program. But I found that my life and my social media content, everything completely changed when I ran with radical honesty. So let's do it. I have one person in there. I actually loved what I was doing. This week, last week, I really loved it, but I need the interaction. The more interaction I have from other people, the better it gets, because otherwise I'm creating something that I think is helpful, but I can't make it deeper, I can't make it more specific to you, I can't tailor it because I don't have anyone to tailor it to. Let's get more specific. This coming week we are going to be talking about routines that work for you around self-care, also around your spirituality, and style is obviously a massive component of this too. So what it is that you're reaching for, what you're wearing, small little things that will help you elevate your style every day. And I can put that together, but it is so much easier for me to do it when I have people in the community who can come back and say to me, example, I work for myself and I know I need to be getting up earlier, but right now I don't seem to be able to get myself out of bed any earlier than 11 o'clock. Or I really want to feel put together every day, but the problem that I'm having is like, these are the items that I keep wearing. And then I can come back and say, okay, well, show me what else you have in your wardrobe. Let me see those photos. Let me see. What are the actual style challenges that you're having? Do you feel like you don't have enough items in your wardrobe? Do you feel like too much? And when you open the doors, you feel overwhelmed. And that's why you don't feel put together every day, because you're reaching for the same things that are at the front of the wardrobe, and all the good things are all shoved somewhere else in the back. Or maybe you just don't know how to style them. The €97 a month doesn't technically have access to me, but I am in there, active in this community, and I want to hear from you. And especially right now at the beginning, when there aren't a lot of people in there, there is so much more personal help that I can give you as well. But I also feel that as the community grows, it's just going to get so much more exciting. And maybe your routine is not the biggest thing that you want to change right now, but once I have you in the community, I can actually tailor the next weeks to you. So I can take all of the interaction that I'm seeing in there, and I can tailor the next topic to what it is that everybody within the community needs the most.
It has been quite a few days since I last filmed. I have 19 messages from Shoshi, and she also has not posted in the Podia in 5 days. First, we're going to listen to the Voxer, because I haven't been in here. There are 17. Wow. Starts on Wednesday at around 3 p.m. and then again on Thursday, and I haven't heard from her since Thursday.
Before we get into the details, the next few days of dressing for the body that you have rather than dressing for the body that you want, remember that it's as much about your mindset around it as it is about the actual items of clothing. It's the expectations you have of yourself and the pressure that you put yourself under, because that's going to impact the clothing that you buy and therefore the wardrobe that you have. And it's hard to dress for the body that you have if the only clothing that you own is for the body that you want and not the one that you have. Don't forget to answer the questions in the community so that we can really get into the details. And same with the questions about routine as well. And what we want to do with routine is we don't just want to focus on motivation, we want to make it easy to make good decisions, to make the decisions that actually work for you instead of sort of trying to push a rock uphill. And we can start working on that once I have a clearer idea of where you're falling down in your routine and the parts that you're finding difficult.
First of all, I'm sorry. They haven't been mowing, and now they're mowing in the middle of the day. Also, it's the 26th, by the way. I think the last time I checked in, she had posted a video about me, and it pissed me off. Okay, so now we're getting into the Thursday messages.
It's Thursday, and today I want to start with something really simple in relation to routines, and it's naming your why. I don't just want you to name why you want to really stick to this new routine, but the result that you will get from it, the result that you get by sticking to this new routine. And don't worry, once I get more feedback in the community, then we can start getting into the details of what exactly that routine might look like. But I want us to shift from I need to do this or I should do this to I want to do this. Because real motivation doesn't come from constantly pushing yourself or constantly trying to convince yourself to do something. It's easier to stick to a routine when you're tapped into the feeling of how good you're going to feel once you've done it. You have the smallest task today, the smallest actionable task today with style, and it's opening your wardrobe and identifying the pieces that feel like they're for the person you want to be and not the person you are now. Identify the exact pieces, and if those items are not making you feel good, then I want you to remove them from your wardrobe. That doesn't mean you have to declutter them, it doesn't mean that you have to make any hasty decisions, but just remove them, put them somewhere where they're not bothering you, where you can't see them, put them away, put them in a box. I really want us to identify the items that are not making you feel good. And once we've done that, we can actually look and see what's left.
So as you heard, her task for me was to go through my closet and get rid of anything or get it out of my field of vision, anything that basically Marie Kondo my shit. Like, if I'm not gonna wear it, if it's not for the body I have right now, then let's get rid of that and figure out what we can wear. So like I said, it is Tuesday, the 26th. This started last week. From my understanding, she was supposed to be posting a video on what we were doing for the week every Monday. Obviously, she didn't post yesterday. Yes, she's in Britain, but I think if this was like a true course, like a real course, she would have had a structure before having members, if that makes sense. I think genuinely, this is just from like my point of view right now, I don't think she had a plan. I don't think Shoshi had a plan for this. I think she was like, well, I really hope someone pays me 97 euros so that I can have 97 euros. And then, bro, this is actually pissing me off. It is Wednesday, June 3rd, and I've given up on the Shoshi thing. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't opened it in probably over a week. I don't think I tried it all, to be honest. I'm gonna be real. I don't see the value. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see if she's posted anything recently. I don't think so, but I haven't posted anything since May 26th, and she hasn't posted anything in a week. I think we've both just given up on this. I don't think that she had a plan going into it. I think that she wanted to make quick money, was hoping that somebody would sign up. I signed up. I didn't interact enough for her to come up with ideas, so that's it. She was supposed to post weekly videos. She only ever posted one time on the 18th, so I know she went on a trip after that, so I understand why she didn't post the next week, but whatever. I just don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. We'll listen to the Voxer, and then that'll be the end of this video because I'm over it. The last time she sent anything was Thursday. She sent 9 voice notes, so we'll send it.
We are diving back into our routine today, to the work we've been doing on that. And what I want us to focus on today is the new elements that I want us to add into our routine. Morgan, I know that you mentioned long-form content, potentially on YouTube, and also your new short-form channel, where you want to create content that feels more authentic to you. So what I want you to do today is literally just brainstorm the ideas for what you want those two to look like. You can do one list, or you can do them, perhaps do them separate if you think that there is going to be some difference. I don't want it to be overwhelming, so that's literally all we're going to do today. Is we're just going to focus on brainstorming what you want that to be, what you want it to look like. I know we mentioned this before. It's so much easier to actually be motivated to do something when you actually know what it is that you want, to feel motivated, rather than actually trying to force yourself to do it, rather than trying to force the motivation. So we're brainstorming to get that clarity so that you can get clear on exactly what it is you want this to look like. A better way to put it is that you will feel more motivated, or hopefully you will feel more motivated when you feel more connected to it. And something that came up with style is having the new items, having items that you actually want to wear, having found those items with new silhouettes. You have them in your wardrobe, but not wearing them on a daily basis because you're not leaving the house. And what I would really like us to work on is dressing better every day. So what we're going to do today is you're going to take all of those, I was going to say new items, it doesn't just have to be the new ones. Any items you have that you consider to have more interesting silhouettes, including all of the new ones that you've purchased, I want you to take them all out and put them in one section of your wardrobe. So let's say take them all and put them to the left, all together. I really want you to be able to see them easily, and today that's all you have to do.
She said something interesting. Hold on.
You will feel more motivated, or hopefully you will feel more motivated when you feel more connected to it.
I like that. You will feel more motivated to do it when you feel more connected. I do not feel connected to this course. I was really hoping, and I was really rooting for her. I wanted to lock in on this. Unfortunately, I just don't care. She's not giving me anything to chew. I feel like, and maybe I'm not giving it enough time, but I just feel like she doesn't have a plan. And this was just a quick buck. I'm not gonna say I feel scammed, because did I try hard enough to actually be scammed? No. However, if you're gonna sell a course, have the course prepared. Don't expect the people paying for your course to be the people giving you ideas for content, if that makes sense. Me personally, I need structure. I'm in college right now. If every day I logged into my online course and they were like, I don't know, just find something to like look into today and let me know what you looked into, I'm not gonna do it, unfortunately. And did she give me clear tasks? A couple. To go through my wardrobe and stuff like that? Fine. I'm not gonna do it. I apologize, because this is obviously a failure partially on my part, because I didn't do enough. But at the end of the day, if I felt like she actually had something of value for me, I would have tried harder. And I know that she's gonna block me after this, and I feel really sad about it, because I do enjoy Shoshi's content from a genuine place. And I really did want this to be something that she was serious about. She said that in her last course, she had hundreds of videos and nobody signed up. But I now question the authenticity of that. I do hope that Shoshi can figure out how to create a community like what she's searching for with this paid membership. I do think that maybe she should start with a Patreon that is smaller of a price point. If she's going to if I had paid $5 for this, I would have felt good about it. And I'm sure other people would have paid for it as well. And maybe she would have gotten more participation, because it's a smaller price point. It's more easily accessible. And then she could have, just kind of gone off the cuff and like done a course based off of the information that was given to her for $5 a month or whatever. But instead, she chose to make it a higher price point and go into it with no idea, no structure. That's not going to work for me. We've been doing this for 3 weeks now, I think. Literally nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. I thought that maybe she would share information about her life, her wardrobe, how she does things, whatever, because although I don't really want to live the lifestyle that Shoshi is currently living, I'd like to have her follower count, but not necessarily live her lifestyle. I was hoping for some vulnerability in this. Instead, I'm getting someone who's trying to be a life coach, who's living a life that I don't really want to live, and trying to coach me on the clothes that I wear, but I just don't feel connected to her at the end of the day. Maybe that's super parasocial of me, I don't know. Shoshi, if you do watch this, I really hope that I haven't offended you. However, I do think that you shouldn't be selling a course. And I'm sorry if that's mean. I really genuinely don't think that you are in a space yet where it makes sense to be selling someone on a lifestyle. And if you're upset with me, I completely understand because I didn't try. But you're correct in saying when someone doesn't feel a connection to something, they don't feel motivated to pursue that thing. I am in college right now taking film classes because I feel connected to filmmaking. It's something that I want to do. Before this, felt very connected to your content. I enjoyed your content, maybe in a more serious way than other people do. I know that Shoshi is a little bit of a meme, and I hate to say that because a lot of people don't like me on the internet either. So I hate to be like, nobody likes Shoshi. That's not true. People do like Shoshi. I am a person who likes Shoshi. I gave her a chance and nothing has happened. I was promised weekly videos. I got one video. Daily voice notes. You sent voice notes, I want to say, over 4 or 5 days. But it was like 20 voice notes in a day. That was a little bit overwhelming. I was really hoping that I would come into this and you would have an idea, a structure, something that I could bite into, something that I could chew. But instead, I felt like every day I was coming into this course and you're not really giving me much, okay? For over 100 USD, a little bit insane. I'm disappointed, to be quite frank. Again, you can blame me and that's fine, but I just don't feel like there was any solid idea behind her new standard. And I also understand like that she's really into manifesting. I also used to really be into manifesting. Now it's a little bit different for me how I think about those things. Maybe I'm just not the right person for this kind of content. I'm not sure. I say all that to say, looking at this from a very pragmatic point of view, I do feel like this was a cash grab. I don't think that she had a plan. If you really had 100 videos on your other course, maybe you should have tried to relaunch that instead of trying to create something completely new. It kind of just felt rushed, and for 97 euros, that's just not gonna fly for me. I also had the thought, and I'm not accusing her of anything, but she launched this course right before her trip to England with her meet and greet. Do with that information what you will. I hope that she had the money beforehand, but it kind of just felt like, I don't know. I'm not going to do this anymore. I do kind of feel like I touched the poo a little bit. Like how they say in girl world. I'm sorry that this is all I could give you. I just don't care about this. I'm not sure how long this course is supposed to go because there's no information anywhere. If they charge my card again, I will be getting that money back. I just don't know. I'm confused. You're confused. I'm fucking confused, bro. Like, I don't understand what we're doing here. So I'm gonna finish this video by asking a few questions and talking about my final thoughts. My first question for Shoshi is, what was the plan and what was your intention? If you have a course, then most courses have a purpose and an intention behind that purpose. If you're trying to teach me how to manifest an awesome, cool, slay life, then what were the steps that you were going to take to get me there? How many weeks was this supposed to be? Because, like I said, first 2.5 weeks, you've asked me to look at my wardrobe and assess it, take some clothing out that I don't wear, can't wear, whatever, and move the clothing that I want to try out and experiment with to the other side of my closet. That's all you've asked me to do in the 2.5, 3 weeks. And you've asked me to define my goals. I guess I'm just not understanding. And if I'm an idiot, guys, I am so down for constructive criticism. Please give me all of your thoughts down below. This video is so long. I need to discuss this with someone, which is why I posted about it on TikTok and why I'm doing this long ass fucking video for YouTube, because I'm just like, I need someone to talk to about this. This is very important to me. Okay. And I guess tying into that last question, how long is this supposed to go on for? Is this a monthly payment? Because if you pull that 97 euro out again, oh girl, we're not doing that. I'll let you have the first 97 euro. You can have it. Take it, spend it, do what you want. I don't want to pay for this again if this is the kind of content that you're delivering. And here are some of my final thoughts. It's my belief that Shoshi went into this with hopes and dreams and aspirations, but maybe no belief behind it that anyone would sign up because of how the last course went. Claiming to have 100 plus videos in Elevated and then showing up to a second course with 0 videos, 0 content, 0 anything is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. You may as well have just open to Patreon. I think a Patreon with this content for $5 a month, shit, maybe even $10 a month, I would have been okay with that. And I think other people would have been more willing to sign up and actually create this community that you're looking for. And I think this could have been really fun with other people. I think the idea behind this is really cool. And if a different content creator did this, who was able to get a group of their people to come in and actually participate, I think it could have been so cool. This is really what I believe, Shoshi. I want you to succeed, and I think that this is a cool idea. I just don't know if you were prepared to execute it right now. Maybe in 2 years you could. I don't know how to explain to you guys what I'm thinking, really, but it didn't work for me. And I don't think it was ever going to work for me, and I don't think it was ever going to work for anyone. And I'm sorry. I think that's all I'm going to say, because I think everything else has already been said throughout this video. I hope that everyone's doing well. Shoshi, genuinely, if you watched to this point, I hope that you continue to pursue your passion. I hope that you continue to show up as yourself. I genuinely love your content. Genuinely. Like, from the bottom of my heart and the top of my lungs, I like Shoshi's content. I don't like that she supports Charlie Kirk. Some people are in my comments saying that she's not a feminist. Okay. Besides the point, though, I believe in her. I believe that she can achieve the things that she has set out to achieve. I really do believe that. This is not the way to go about it. So, Shoshi, I hope that you take this video as constructive criticism. If I've said anything that has offended you, I would love to actually have a conversation with you. We could hop on a FaceTime on Instagram. Girl, we could talk about this. I don't mind. That's going to be the end of this video for me today. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave this video a like, share it, subscribe. I would love to continue to make long form content. It just takes a lot out of me and it takes a lot of work, as you're probably aware. Definitely catch me on TikTok, catch me on Instagram, catch me on Facebook, and I'll see you guys later. I love ya. Bye.